Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Deontay Wilder has just turned himself into a walking meme, coming up with one of the most embarrassing and pathetic excuses for a loss, saying that his costume for the ring walk was too heavy. It was roughly 40 pounds, 45 pounds, and Wilder is crediting it for weakening his legs. And this sort of excuse, I guess we should have expected it to come to some extent. Wilder was going to be looking around for reasons for why he lost, why he didn't perform. But come on, this is embarrassing. Usually I like to keep it pretty even about what people are saying and doing, but this really is beyond the pale. It has entered the ridiculous, and I can't believe he's actually thrown that out as an excuse. It sounded laughable when JD's suggested post-fight in a short clip in an interview that it could have been down to the costume. I think most of us just sort of wrote that off and thought it was a bit silly, but for Wilder to come out and say it, and you can see here the costume on screen, but for Wilder to say that, really, that probably passes David Haye as the worst excuse for a performance. Haye with his big toe, but to come in wearing a massive costume and then sort of complain about it. Shouldn't have skipped leg day, because that's a ridiculous thing to actually come out and use up as an excuse. So he's said this to, and see here on screen, Lance Pugmire, and this is a tweet not too long ago, already 1.8k likes. Full story coming soon. Deontay Wilder tells me he is definitely exercising his rematch cause for the Summer Trilogy against Tyson Fury, that his legs were weakened by his 45-pound costume he wore to the ring to honour Black History Month. So I'll come to the trilogy part a bit later. I want to focus on this costume stuff first, because really it's an outrageous excuse to try con the boxing public that was the reason for his so-called weakened legs. So he said before he came into the fight there was a leg issue. So is he now trying to say that it was because of this? I don't know. It's ridiculous. And what is he doing wearing a 45-pound costume? I mean, you need to think about these things as well. But there's other tweets by Lance Pugmire, and we'll come to them one by one. Also told by Bronze Bomber that he is re-evaluating retaining assistant trainer Mark Breland because his team knew, I'd rather die in the ring than have the towel thrown in. I'm a warrior. So I think Mark Breland, in many fans' minds, did the right thing. Wilder was shipping just far too much punishment, not responding in any meaningful way. And from about the 5th round onwards, you can make a case that he was completely done. It probably went on longer than it should have. Mark Breland saved him from taking damage, potentially long-term damage if he'd stayed in there for any more length of time. The next one, Wilder also has harsh words for referee Kenny Bayless, alleging Bayless declined to effectively confront Fury over a slew of punches to the back of Wilder's head and neck after telling Wilder he would disqualify him if he did the same in pre-fight dressing room. See, the thing with that, both fighters were getting away with rabbit punches. It wasn't just Tyson Fury all a one-way street. And the referee, it's up to him to enforce that. And we saw Tyson Fury was getting a bit down and dirty, but Deontay Wilder, he was also throwing some rabbit punches of his own. But not only that, I've also seen a lot of commentary online where people thought that Bayless was actually acting in Deontay Wilder's interest, giving him a lot of time to recover during the fight. So I think people will make cases either way on this one, but this is another excuse. He is trying to say that the referee influenced the outcome of the fight. So what we have is a combination of the referee being blamed. Obviously, Mark Breland pulled him out, so that's an excuse too, because Wilder didn't want to be pulled out. And then also this costume malarkey, which is honestly ridiculous. The worst, he's become a walking meme talking about this costume weakened his legs. Completely ridiculous. And he also said, I've told them many times that if anyone throws the towel in on me, there will be consequences. This is obviously in reference to the Mark Breland throwing in the towel, coming from the corner, stopping the fight in the 7th round when Deontay Wilder was taking a beating from Tyson Fury. He also says in another tweet, so this is the 4th or the 5th of 5 tweets that Pugmire had up, if I say I'm going to be there to try kill a man, I accept that in return. He will have to kill me as well. And Wilder acknowledges the considerations for his 8 children and fighting future, but says, we've talked about this for years and years. So I think this conversation about Wilder, he obviously, like many fighters, is too prideful for his own good. Mark Breland was compassionate in what he did. I don't think it was throwing in the towel was something that shouldn't not have happened. It was obviously time for that to happen. Arguably, it should have happened earlier. If anything, Wilder should be thanking him. But he's not. And part of that comes down to he lost the fight. He has to look for answers. And he's signalling that there could be changes and that Breland could be on the out because obviously the towel came in. JD's, his head trainer, obviously has sort of thrown Breland to the wolves in the media in the post-fight press conference and saying he had no part in that decision. The towel was Breland's idea and his alone. But coming back to this whole thing with the costume, yeah, it beggars belief. It really is beyond the pale, ridiculousness personified. I mean, the whole skipping leg day jokes is just going to go into overdrive. And but getting back to Wilder at Fury 3, so with him confirming he's going to activate his rematch clause, the third fight is coming. It is going to be coming, and BT's already put up a graphic here. You can see Wilder v Fury 3 to go ahead. And it could be, in August or so, we'll have to see. But, yeah, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, they will run it back for a third time. As Tyson Fury said, the money too big for Deontay Wilder to walk away from a third fight if he lost the rematch. And that indeed is the situation with Wilder indicating he is going to activate the third fight. We're going to get it. How much interest there will be from fans, it's sort of debatable at the moment because I have seen a lot online about a lot of people don't want to see it again, given the sort of nature of the first fight, the definitive ending in the second fight, but we will get the third regardless. I'm interested to see it because what if Fury can do that again? What if Wilder can actually pull something out? What if he can change? A lot of people didn't think Anthony Joshua could change, but then again, he's got better fundamentals than Deontay Wilder. And I'm sure there's going to be some people piling into this video saying that I'm hating on Deontay Wilder. It's not that. But when you say it was your ring walk costume that weakened your legs, one, it shows the stupidity for having a costume that's 45 pounds. But two, it just sounds completely ridiculous to even say that. He would have been better off saying nothing. It actually sounds delusional. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.